Guys, so we are taking Gigi to the doctor. She's having her follow-up appointment. This is her, what is this, honey, 1 month checkup? Yes, this is her 1 month checkup, and I'm sitting in the back seat with Gigi right now. Since we've had her, I just sit in the back seat with her. And yeah, so we're heading to her checkup, and we hope that everyone is having a wonderful day. We just want to thank everyone for all the wonderful comments, congratulations, well wishes, and everything like that on the last video where we showed Gigi when we were in the park. And right now she's just sleeping. Look at her wiggle shoes and her wiggle pants. She's just sleeping. She always falls asleep while we're riding in the car. So cute as she's sleeping. And Gigi is doing great, right, Gigi bud?
Yeah.
Say hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy. We're leaving her pediatrician now. Everything checks out. She's great. Great health, gaining weight. Backstory, she was born weighing 8 pounds 7 ounces. And now she weighs 10 pounds 10 pounds 7 ounces. So in over a month she gained 2 pounds. She eating.
Yes, she's drinking all of this muscle milk, mommy's food gold, liquid gold.
So that's good, because she was spitting up a little bit and we were concerned about it, but they said it was called happy spit, and you said that too.
Yeah, because I read it online.
Yeah. Why you rush that?
I don't know. I read it online.
Let's put it on.
So he's going to put her in her car seat in the car, and I'm getting back here with her, of course. Okay, guys, so yes, we are now in the car and secured and everything. So, hey, Mama. Hey, Gigi bud. Hey, Doodle bud. Let Mommy put her seatbelt on. Gigi is doing great. And did you finish your story? Yeah, I have been reading things online when she started doing the spitting up, when I started to notice it. And one site, it was called kellymom.com, I think, and they had a lot of great information on breastfeeding and babies and stuff. So I've really been utilizing that site, as well as the La Leche League forum and everything like that. So she's doing great. She's healthy. She's advancing and developing great. I keep saying great. Hey, honey.
Can they see me?
Yes.
Nah, but yeah, so yeah, like I said, she gained 2 pounds and over a month old now. So that's good. Like she just said, she's been lifting her head since she was 2 days old.
Yeah.
Like she's been doing a lot.
She's doing some cute look. She's sucking her hands, y'all. Oh, she just melts our hearts.
Yeah. So it's getting better since the last vlog, which was like almost 2 weeks ago. It's actually gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
her sleeping, our sleeping, just everything. She's been a good baby. Like before that, it was like we said, it was tough, but she changed a lot.
Yeah, I think it's just as she's getting older and just, you know, developing, becoming more accustomed to just being out in the world, because I think it's the same way it's a transition for us as new parents. I think that it's a transition for her, because she was in my belly, and you know, now she's outside, so she's getting more accustomed to the outside world. So we're really getting the hang of parenthood and really enjoying it. I'm so thankful for her. She's such a little angel. What else you want to say, honey? I have you at like this awkward angle.
Nah, we're about to probably go to a park and chill, and we're going to do the labor and delivery story.
Yes,
once we get there.
Okay, we shall. Okay, so yes, we shall do our labor and delivery story when we get to the park. And yes, so we'll holla. Bye bye.
All right, labor and delivery story. There go little Gigi. Sucking her pacifier.
So labor and delivery.
I don't know who, because we both have different sides, but I guess we're just.
So are we telling the whole story, like starting like the week before when I was like feeling sick and throwing up, or are we just jumping into what happened when I went into labor?
Um, I don't know how we should start it. Let's just start it. I started off, and then you
Okay.
fill in. All right. So, a couple days prior to having Gigi, she was at her appointment, her doctor's appointment, and she was closed up. Her cervix was completely closed. The doctor was like, you're going to go to 40 weeks and everything. Hope y'all got everything taken care of at home, stuff like that. So we're like, okay, cool. She's closed up. It's looking okay. Whatever. Now, it was a dark and stormy night. It was actually dark and stormy. Now, we fast
Why are you
forward
showing
to.
me and not showing you while
Oh,
you're talking?
okay.
Weirdo.
And then you could chime in too, but
Okay.
I'm telling from my point of view, and then she'll tell from hers.
Okay.
So her doctor says she's zero, cervix is closed up, everything. So we like, cool, we got a couple more weeks, we good. So fast forward to like 4 or 5 days later, maybe. Yeah. Actually, it was the day of having Gigi.
Look how cute Gigi is.
The day of having Gigi, like, it was probably like 1:30 in the morning. And it was like storming out, so it was like a setup to the perfect like movie. Like it was like storming and stuff. And then she wake up screaming, like, "Oh my God, I'm in so much pain." Like, I mean, like, she was like in pain. So I'm like, she's like, we have to go to the emergency room, labor and delivery room section or whatever. So I'm like, boom, jump up, put on our clothes, and like we go over to the hospital. And then it's like, so we get in the room, we go right in, get in the room. Doctors come check, put her on the machine, check Gigi heartbeat, check her heartbeat, everything. They go up in her, and they like, oh, they feeling, they like, okay, you're 1 centimeter, like, it's good. So mind you, this was like four days in between. So she's 1 centimeter, and they're like, I could kind of feel her head. Didn't they say that? They said that at that one. They said,
yeah. I think so. But they said it was just 1 centimeter.
Yeah, they said it was 1 centimeter, but they could feel. So yeah, so they like, this is normal. Just go home, and it could be like a week still, 2 weeks or something. The nurses there said. So we like, I'm looking at her, and she in so much pain. So I'm like, oh man. So they was like, you could go home and take a warm bubble bath or whatever, just soak in the tub. So I'm like, so now it's like 4:30 in the morning. So now we get back home, I draw her up a bubble bath and just let her sit in it. And the nurse is like, if her contractions was between 2 and 4 minutes, and more so under the 3, come back. So we're like, okay. So now she's sitting in the tub. I done downloaded the app on my phone, like a contraction app. I'm counting her contractions and stuff like that. So she just in the tub just screaming. I mean, like, I'm talking about like just screaming. I'm like, and the contractions was like 4. They started off with like, it was like every 5 minutes. But I'm like, if they saying this is going, I'm thinking in my head, if they saying this is going to be for another week, they crazy. So she's screaming and stuff. The contractions go from 5 minutes now to every 4 minutes. Then they get down to like 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And she just still in the tub soaking. And she just still crying every time. I'm like, that's crazy. That's the part I'm going to let her finish it now. But I'm going to throw some stuff in there because there was some funny moments in between all this too. So.
Okay, so I'm going to start it off a little bit earlier than his story. So this was
I could have finished then if I knew you was about to tell you.
Well, we got to get all the perspectives. So this was like maybe a few days prior, like maybe the week prior to when I actually went in labor. And we were doing some final things for Gigi's arrival. We were getting the final things for her nursery, and
She don't want that pacifier.
Oh, Gigi, she's like, this pacifier is not working anymore. I'm ready to eat. So yeah, I'm just going to be quick about this, but this was all from my perspective, and I didn't know what was going on at this time. So yeah, it was like the week before, and we were going shopping and doing all these things, and this is going to be TMI, but I have to just tell y'all everything. Like I had to like poop. I kept feeling like I had to poop, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate pooping at a place other than at home. I know that might sound weird, but if I have to use the bathroom and we're at a restaurant or we're out at the mall, I'll be like, okay, it's time to go home, because I just want to just poop at home, because it's impossible to try to do that at a public restroom anyway. So I kept having that feeling. So I went into the bathroom, but then I didn't have to, so then I threw up. And I'm like, okay, this is weird, because I didn't have any morning sickness or any vomiting or anything like that during my pregnancy earlier on when they say you're supposed to have it. So all of a sudden I'm like almost at the end and I'm throwing up. So that happened. I chalk that up to just maybe something I ate. And so, sorry, something was on the lens, y'all.
Yeah, y'all seen it.
So that night that Terrell's talking about, when I started to have contractions, first of all, they had been going on throughout the day, but I'm like, okay, my doctor told me that practice contractions and all that stuff was normal. So I'm like, okay, this is probably just practice contractions, because they were little light contractions throughout the day. So we went to bed. And then I'm sleeping, and while I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is Terrell laying on me when he knows that, you know, he knows I'm pregnant. He knows that he can't lay on me, because what he used to do before I was pregnant, like if I was laying on my side, he would like lay on me, you know, from behind. He would like lay on me from behind, and, you know, once he fell asleep, his whole body, his body weight would start to weigh on me. I'm like, why is he doing this when I'm pregnant? So I wake up and he's like all the way on the other side of the bed, turned the other way. So I'm like, wait, what is that feeling? It was like an intense pain in my back. So I get up and go use the bathroom. I come lay back down. I'm having like this weird kind of pain. It's like a combination of back pain and then, like, you know, something I had never felt before, and now I know those were contractions. So I'm like, okay, everything I read said lie on your side, on your left side, when you're having those pains or having, you know, those false contractions or Braxton Hicks. So I'm like, okay, let me lie on my side and go back to sleep. So that was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Then at 4 I wake up and the pain is like just way intense, and then I also go to the bathroom and then I notice some like spotting. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So then we hurry up and get ready. We head over to labor and delivery. I'm still having this intense pain in my back and, you know, like in my uterus, and I'm like, what is this going on? They say I'm only 1 centimeter, so they send me home. I'm like, okay. They're like, oh, you know, this is so early. Sometimes people will be 1 centimeter for days or even a week before they go into actual labor. And I'm like, okay, I'm not about to be feeling this for days or weeks, because I was in so much pain. But okay, they sent me home. So, you know, I tried laying down. That ain't work. So then Terrell's like, oh, let me run you a bath or whatever. They said take a warm bath and that will, you know, ease the pain. That didn't work. You know, I'm just feeling such intense pain. And then, like Terrell said, he started to count my contractions. And so basically I was like telling him when they started. Whenever one started, I would be like, contraction. And then he would time it, and then I would be like, it stopped. And so he would do that every time to get the time, and then the pain was just getting worse and worse. So I probably went from 4:30 at home to maybe like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm like, no, Terrell, we need to go. Like, we need to go back, because this, you know, something's going on. These people aren't right. So we head back over, and I'm having the most intense pain ever. And so they're like, oh, we saw that you were just here at 4 a.m. and you were 1 centimeter. You're probably not dilated anymore. So then she, you know, goes in there to check, and she's like, oh my gosh. And so I'm like, what? The nurse is like, oh my gosh, that's not a good thing to hear. And I'm like, what? And she's like, you're 9 centimeters, you're about to have this baby. And then I just started like crying. Like that was like my first reaction, because I knew it. And my body was telling me, even though I had never experienced that before, I knew something was going on, and I knew that it was happening. So that I just was so relieved and started crying. And so then they come in and they're like, they need to like switch me over to one of the beds that like roll out and all this type of stuff. And they call my doctor so that my doctor can come over and deliver. So that was the start. And do you want to continue on?
Yeah, I'm gonna
with the
continue
next
now.
part?
Mind you, there's 5 minutes left.
Okay.
But if we got 5 minutes left, so if this stop, we're going to continue this story. I wish we could like. Now we don't really have time to really, but I wish we could have sat down. So now they like, mind you, the first time today they said he was head down 1 centimeter. I don't know if you could feel that one head, whatever. So now they rushing. So I'm thinking, when they said you're about to have this baby, I'm just sitting on my phone like, okay, it's cool, whatever. I'm on my phone. They like, oh my gosh. They like, it's 9 centimeters. We were getting ready to have a baby. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm looking at myself like, do I got everything on right? Like, is everything straight? I'm like, this is why we couldn't record. This is why we couldn't record. Now, the first time when she was like in the morning, she was like, let's go. I'm like, hold on, let me put all the bags in the car, just in case we don't come back. Cause I'm like, she was crying, so I'm like, just in case we don't come back. So now they in the car from the first time. So now the second time we just in there. I ain't bring nothing in. So now they like, I'm like, oh, like I'm talking to her. She crying and stuff. I'm just like, oh, like it's gonna be okay. Like I was cursing because I was cursing like happy curses, like oh, like I don't like cursing on like cause this kids watching or whatever. But like oh S, like we really about to have a baby, like so then. They come in, they transferring her. They moving her. She screaming as they moving her. It was funny to me. It's funny, but so then they moving her. So we in this other room now. They like, we're calling your doctor. We're gonna call your doctor. It's like 9, 10 o'clock. So, so then I'm just sitting there. I'm calling everybody like we came here like 4 hours ago and she was 1, and now they're saying she's 9. Like she's about to have the baby. They waiting on her doctor now to come break her water. Her water still hadn't broke yet. So they were like, that once the doctor get here, they're gonna break the water and we gonna deliver. And here come Gigi. So we sitting up in the room. I'm calling everybody. I'm calling our pastor that married us and stuff like that. I'm telling him, say a prayer for us real quick on speaker. Like I'm calling everybody. My mother, my father called me. Her mother, everybody. I'm like, it's about to happen. So they like, yeah, it's about to, they like, wow. Like, they didn't understand, like, between 4 and 5, between 4 hours, she went from 1 to 9 centimeters. So.
And I did that all at home,
and that, all at home in a tub. Like, I'm like, I almost could have delivered Gigi in a tub. So, let me get back to the story.
Got 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, man, okay, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, the camera's about to die. We're gonna finish this.
How dramatic of that.
I know, like, y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta wait and see. But the funny thing is, one more story before I cut it off. When she was having the contractions and they got to 3 minutes, after she had her last one before we left, I said, this is funny too. This is gonna be funny.
What?
I said, do you think I got time to take a shower? Yeah. I asked her, I said, in between her last contraction before we left, I said,
because I was like screaming like,
she was screaming mad loud.
I was like, no, we have to go.
They can't see you though. You guys don't know your teeth though. Yeah, but yo,
I was like, we have to go right now. He's like, okay, that's cool, but you think I got time to take a shower?
I'm like, they every 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm like,
no.
I could run in there and just wash, my crevasse real quick, like. My privates real quick. Let me just wash up real quick. I just thought that was so funny when I think back to it now, like a 3-minute shower. So. And
we really don't mean to be dramatic. We've really been trying to film this, and it's just been the days we plan to. Then we're so covered in poop and milk and everything. So yes, guys, we're definitely going to finish this, but. Take a final look at your Gigi.
Say bye. I'm drinking my milk. Leave me alone.
And look, guys, we got the pink Dr. Brown's bottle.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Pink one.
They got anti-colic and all that. She likes them.
They're really good. She likes these.
Say bye, Gigi.
She doesn't like the Dr. Brown's pacifier. She likes this
She
one.
like this Soothie.
The
20
Soothie
seconds left.
by Avent.
Yeah.
Avent.
Avent. A-V-E-N-T.
Au
But yeah.
revoir, guys.
Later. Part 2 coming soon. Bye.